There it is. And we have your slides all set up. That looks great. And whenever you're ready, we can begin.
Okay, I shall read from the script. It is okay
Perfect.
for the moment. For the moment, because I don't yet fixed everything in my memory.
Absolutely.
Okay,
That's just fine.
okay, I'm starting. That's it's called chemlambda for the people. We can program a computer to do anything. What if we had the same power over the molecules in our bodies? For example, Adam and Eve meet at a party. She likes him. Her sniffer ring can sense Adam's biomolecules floating in the air between them. One of them triggers a warning. Eve forwards the warning to Adam's phone. Back home, Adam files a bug report with his internet/health insurance provider. The bug report contains his biological ID and the DNA code received by the warning message. The bug report is open. The ID and DNA code are converted to a digital chemistry. Technical staff manipulate the chemistry as hackers about to debug a program in Neuromancer style do. They find a digital molecule which solves Adam's problem, a medicine. They convert the solution back to a DNA code, which they send to Adam's router. The router can turn DNA code back into real molecules. Why? It's a Venter 9000 digital to biological converter. Version 1 looks like this. It's a bit larger than a router for the moment, but in a few years, the 9000 version will be in everybody's home. The router emits these biomolecules into Adam's bloodstream. They enter the body, and so the bug report is solved. The medicine is delivered, and Adam is in perfect health again. Can we really do this? I think so. There are three steps to make. Step 1. Build a digital chemistry which we can program. In a digital chemistry, data and programs are all graph-like structures, digital molecules which fold up inside themselves and come out the other way around, only they randomly, in real chemistry. We would create and manipulate digital molecules as if we write programs made from a very few elementary bits. Then we could simulate their behavior on a computer to be sure they work well. Step 2. Use nature to simulate this digital chemistry. There's no computer as powerful as nature. Let's use it. Find a digital to biological dictionary from the elementary bits of the digital chemistry to real biomolecular bits. Step 3. Build digital to biological converters and biological to digital uh, sensors. Craig Venter gave us the first generic BBC converter. Sensors as performant as Eve's sniffer ring, as part of the Internet of Things, are possible. Okay, so the program is simple. Let's do it right away. Well, I'm not a chemist, I'm a mathematician, and I built a digital chemistry which does work like real chemistry. It is indeed inspired from stuff related to Lisp and Haskell and hacker languages. It's called chemlambda, and I hope it can be used in reality. It is an open science project. Let me show you some computer simulations of digital molecules from chemlambda. Molecules in chemlambda are graphs made by colored nodes and links between them. The chemical reactions are done by enzyme rewiring small patterns in these graphs. This diamond-shaped molecule splits and transforms into four copies of it. The ability to multiply is very important in the biological realm. Something more complex now. Chemlambda is Turing universal, meaning that you can translate any computer program into one of these molecules and execute it via random digital chemical reactions. So, for example, in this animation, you see a translation of a program is compute the factorial. Here is the factorial of 5, which is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. The disk-like structure which appears in the end is the number 120 in the lambda form. Now, a crazy one. As you see, we start with a small template molecule which multiplies and self-assembles into this large structure. This molecule is inspired from the architecture of a real virus, with these loops added. Each of these loops is a molecular version of a Turing machine. Imagine a possible application. Such a molecule might shuttle updates to some form of DNA memory. Researchers at Columbia University already achieved a density of 215 petabytes per gram of DNA. 1 petabyte is a million gigabytes. Like in a genetic version of Neuromancer, you could deposit whole Netflix shows into some grams of DNA in living cells of your pet. The internet can be your pet. Something like this was recently done by a team at Harvard Medical School, using a technique called CRISPR and living bacteria. Well, in the case of your internet pet, the updates to the DNA memory may come via pet food, internet with these subtle molecules. For example, last season Netflix favored meatballs for your doggy. I'm very willing to try the step 2 of the program. I think this can be done by a combination of clever searches in available chemical databases and collaborative work. After all, chemlambda is an open science project, means that it may scale, so that one day we shall witness a version of Adam and Eve scenario. Thank you.
5 minutes, 40 seconds.
It's supposed to be 6.
6.
That's crazy.
It's okay? The time?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, the timing is amazing.
do you want to go ahead,
Is it
David?
headphones?
We're trying to figure that out.
Okay.
So, Marius, I just want to start by saying we have made some amazing progress together. So thank you for being so receptive to our feedback.
Thank you. I learned from this. It's new for me too. So
That's good. And now you'll be able to explain it to anybody in a bar, right?
exactly, yeah. No, it's very good. Yeah. It's very good. Exactly. It's the shortest presentation I was able to make about this subject.
Yeah. And I think
It's much shorter than others I made.
Yes, yes. And so I think your opening example is great. It gives us a real, real world example of what this might be, and it's very clear. But then when you get into the explanation of the computer simulations, I still think you need to be simpler and clearer. And I will go through. I will go through this script again and send you more specific notes because I don't want to kind of go through it just talking right now. But there's still a lot of stuff in here that I think the average listener will not get. So just to give one example, let's see. I gotta find it again. So when you do the factorial of 5. When you say that disk-like structure is the number 120 in chemlambda form, I'm not sure that really tracks for the. I mean, we get the math of 120, but I'm not sure we get how that translates to the shape that we're seeing. So I think you just need to kind of more, as you've done with many of the other examples, just kind of step by step walk us through it, because we're not brilliant mathematicians like you.
Yeah. I had a problem with this because first I wanted to show something which is called an Ackermann function, and this is a much more impressive simulation for those who know what Ackermann functions are, and it looks simpler visually. But then I said, okay, factorial, it's easy to explain.
Right. And that's smart. That's good. That's what we want.
Change this into another thing. Yeah, thank you.
But with these animations, I just think you need to be, because they're very cool to look at, but we still don't necessarily understand what it is we're looking at. I understand it's a simulation of, I understand that it's a simulation of a biological molecule, but I'm not sure that your listener who's hearing this for the first time is going to quite follow you there. So we just need to make sure that we're very simply and slowly going through those steps.
Yeah, I think the key, for me, Marius, the key piece of mental model that I'm unsure about is how your digital chemistry relates to real chemistry. In other words, are the molecules